Thank you so much.
Our next speaker is e-Gurukul. And, in the pandemic, I think almost every parent and every student is now faced with the fact that they are doing education online. It's virtual. They're not going to school. And e-Gurukul is actually a portal and a mobile app that actually provides quality education using audiovisual tools, including AR, VR, with self-regulated learning and also looking at learning through a local language, and the emphasis not only on English. To tell us more about, over to you, Sunil.
Okay. Uh, my company name is Qubita Systems Private Limited, and that company is registered in Mumbai, 2019. And since 2000, I'm working on some kind of the education related initiative. And 2013, I have been founded one NGO and working in some kind of the rural development activities, is emphasizing on the education sector. So then I seen that lot of problem in India because of the quality educations. We are not giving the quality education to the students, and that education is not reaching to the last mile of the person. And in this technology presence, lot of things happening around us, internet penetration. So then my objective is here, and we developed the e-Gurukul Life, and this is a web portal as well as mobile app also. And we have been building a very rich digital content in the audio video format, and that content is also compatible with augmented reality and virtual reality that will help any learner, and that may be any parents, kids, children, students, or even the low income profile workers also, so they can change their life. So then even Bhagwan Buddha said, if you want to be powerful, you to be educated first yourself. So we are giving education in such a way that will be changing their lives. And our objective is to provide quality education through acquiring knowledge, upgrading skill. And nowadays we are not focusing on building human values, building good character among the humans, and that's our objective. And this education will be providing in their native language. So right now we will be providing only in Hindi and English language, but within 6 months we will be putting this content in other languages like Marathi and Gujarati. Later on, we will be spreading entirely in India. So, and this concept, whatever we will be doing. So, in the meantime, we are planning to have a collaborative network of mentors and subject matter experts. So that will be from the academy, industries, some of the experts from the, and they are from the globally. And these people will be available to the learners, so they can access them, they can reach them, and these mentors will be providing some kind of the guidance for their learning, and they're improving their life also, and that will help them to make some kind of awakening wisdom among them, as well as making their path towards light from the darkness. And our team member who will be building this kind of the initiative, they are highly educated people, and working since good education knowledge, and we will be able to develop a very good tool for the from the tech and using this technology, and we will be changing, and that will help to build the Atmanirbhar Bharat. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sunil. Very interesting to know that you've already launched in Hindi and English, and then you are now slowly getting into other languages like Marathi and Gujarati. Our next speaker, Rajan, is from Global Skills, and they are looking at improving skilling and for the blue and gray collar. They provide skill education as well as recruitment services. Rajan, let us know more about your journey. Over to you.
Yes, sir, you can start.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I am Rajan Gaukar from Global Skill Jobs and Skills App. Our business is basically a for-profit social enterprise. There are around 200 million youth who are underprivileged in India, and this youth, out of this 200 million, government has skilled around 15 million, and the private sector has skilled another 10 million. Put together, they have skilled another almost 25 million youth. But still, a large section of this youth, that is 185 million, are unskilled and unemployed. The reason being that the focus has been on classroom based training instead of online training. What we have done here is we have created job oriented skill education video courses through which we train the youth so that he gets employment. We have created a unique platform which is a combination of online skill training as well as recruitment. So it's a combination of ed tech, or maybe you can call it as a skill tech, and plus HR tech. The reason being that why we created is that so that the students, the reach, we can not only reach the urban areas, but we can also reach tier 2, tier 3 regions, as well as when 5G comes, we should be able to reach the villages. Some of the USPs of our app are the content is available in vernacular languages. It's a very user-friendly app because the people who are going to use it will be 10th or 12th pass, and they will be employed as blue or gray collar workers. There is a unique interview upload feature, wherein a candidate can upload a 1 minute video. So what we are trying to do here is completely handhold the student right from his skilling to his recruitment. The app has got a fantastic response during the COVID period or the lockdown period, and we have grown by almost 400%. So this is an artificial intelligence driven platform which offers a holistic solution for skill development and recruitment. Our roadmap for the next 5 years is basically in the phase one, we'll be focusing on the retail section or a retail sector where we'll promote retail sales and operation courses. We have tied up with Rashi, that is the Retailer Skill Council of India, to promote their courses. The B2B customers for this particular phase will be Reliance Retail, Aditya Birla, Shopper Stop, etc. In phase two, we will be focusing on delivery boys and pickers and packers section. Here, the sectors will be e-commerce and logistics, and the B2B customers would be Amazon, Flipkart, Swiggy, Zomato, DHL, delivery, etc. In phase three, we'll focus on security guard and housekeeping staff. We are incubated at Atal Incubation Center, and we are also associated with IDAMI, a Government of India society under Ministry of MSME. We are also associated with TIS, School of Vocational Education, to promote their skill education vocational courses. The market size for recruitment is around 4 billion US dollars, and the market size for online skill education is around $600 million. So it's a huge market size. Our mission is to skill 1 million Indian youth by 2030 so that they get employment. We plan to reach almost 5 million downloads by the end of 5 years, wherein we'll have at least 3 to 4% of these customers giving us recurring revenue. The benefits for the various stakeholders will be the youth will develop his job oriented skills, and so he will be employed for a longer period of time rather than being a gig worker. The industry will get a partially skilled employee, hence the productivity will go up. The nation's unemployment rate can come down. The person's per person output can increase, and hence the contribution to GDP will also increase. So, all in all, what we are trying to do here is give a platform which is artificial intelligence driven or an online platform to skill the underprivileged youth so that he gets an employment. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rajan. In these dire times, to upskill and to get employability, I think that is the next task. Now we have Anuj of Shawclaim, who's trying to figure out. He's trying to make a managed care network of hospitals to provide actually affordable treatment to low income patients. Um, Anuj, Shoclaim is incubated IIM Ahmedabad's Bharat Inclusion Initiative, if I'm not
Yes.
correct.
Yes.
Very interested to hear more about what plans you have in terms of getting hospitals to sign up with you to provide such access and medical treatment. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Ekta. And good afternoon, everyone. So, in fact, that's the reality, right? COVID has made us realize the importance of healthcare. But then I would like to, highlight a very interesting demand and supply conundrum that we face in India. You would have heard of Ayushman Bharat. It's a scheme meant for the bottommost 50 crore people of the country who are the poorest of the poor and can't afford healthcare. And then you have the top end of the population, people who have private health insurance, people who earn significantly good salaries and income, and these people can take care of themselves. But then you have a massive, middle population comprising of some 60 crore people who have a monthly income of anywhere between 10,000 to 30,000 rupees on a monthly basis. Now, these people don't have too much of insurance. These people lack affordability for reliable and good quality healthcare, and these are the people who are at dire risk. So that's a problem on the demand side. Whereas if you look at the supply side, which is the hospitals, you see that the average occupancy in hospitals, in private hospitals, is about 60%. Now, it's a strange situation, right? There are people who need healthcare who can't afford it, and then there are hospitals who have beds who need to be filled up, and they're still empty. So, and interestingly, there's no Apollo, Fortis, Medanta kind of brand for the low and medium income consumers in the country. So they stand for reliability, and there's just no brand there. So that's the problem that we at ShoreClaim are solving by building the most preferred healthcare brand for the low and medium income consumers in the country. Our action plan is fairly simple. On the supply side, we're building a curated network of hospitals on the lines of the HMO and PPO concept prevalent in US. And we're going to work very closely with these hospitals to bring down their cost as well as to improve their clinical quality. And this entire thing will be presented through ShoreClaim brand. And so that's the supply side. And on the demand side, we are offering low cost, affordable monthly subscription plan for the low and medium income consumers of the country. And these plans will not only cover hospitalization, but also the primary and preventive care as well. So this is going to be a holistic approach in terms of healthcare for this segment. If you look at the opportunity, it's massive. This segment, which has low insurance penetration, spends close to $35 billion on their healthcare, largely out of pocket and not at branded hospitals. So what they require is a reliable and cost-effective care, and that's the opportunity we are chasing. At ShoreClaim, it was founded by myself and my partner Varun. Both of us come from a healthcare background. We have worked with companies like Practo Healthcare, Manipal Hospitals, Milan Fertility, and Quickwell. And with that depth of experience, we believe that we will be able to execute on our plans. We have already signed up 130 odd hospitals since our inception. As Ekta pointed out, we are incubated at IIM Ahmedabad's Bharat Inclusion Initiative. We also this year got selected for Inclusive FinTech 50 Global Awards, which was a competition held at a global level. And as I mentioned, now that we have done 130 hospitals, in the next 1 year or so, we want to grow this network to about 1,000 odd hospitals. Very specific curated hospital for the low and medium income consumers. Last year, we raised our seed funding, and as of now, we are in a phase of raising another 2 crores to focus on our expansion. That's it from my side, Ekta. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anuj. 130 hospitals and counting, and I understand that in the next 4 quarters you're looking at going up to 1,000.
Yeah.
That's a long journey ahead of you, and it's very good to know, because both, since you and your co-founder both come from the industry itself, you have a medical background. It makes it, at least you're aware of how to get things moving. All the best for your journey, and wishing you more success. Next, we actually have Suresh Raju. Suresh is a charter member. He has been involved in setting in the TGS organizing committee. He's been instrumental in, as an entrepreneur, he's done several ventures. Suresh, over to you. We would love to hear what you have to tell us.
Thank you, Ekta. So I'm going to first share my screen. Before that, I just want to say that we are launching a new product called 72pi.ai. 72pi.ai is a new website. Fintech innovations are filtering down to the mass market, right? And we believe that self-service in wealth management is in high demand for digital services. In that frame of the opportunity, we are trying to launch a new product which will actually help the mass market utilize the opportunities that are available to manage their own wealth. So the gateway to your personalized hedge fund, that's our tagline, 72pi.ai. This is a site that is up and running. We have soft launched it. Just wanted to put it out there for people to kind of use it. I will just do a quick demo for the next 2 minutes, just giving you an overview. Obviously, there is a free trial process here. You're welcome to join this 30-day free trial. Please join and explore the opportunities here. Number one, we provide market information in a very concise manner. What is happening to the different indices compared in India versus US, what the sentiment is across Nifty, Bank Nifty, and so on. IT, media, metals, where are the opportunities? We have some interesting institutional grade variables and information that can be used by individuals as well to gauge the market sentiment. We're looking at bond equity earnings yield ratios here, India VIX, percentage of stocks above their 200 moving average, get a sense of when the market is getting expensive. We have a lot of comparison and very curated, transparent information available for easy consumption by working professionals. If you're looking at performance of sectors, which sectors have done well in November, what is happening in December, how was it in March and February, how do you compare, and where are the valuations from price to earnings to price to book. So a lot of good information here on the market side. From the products perspective, very simple. We have disclosed our portfolio right here on the site. You can see what stocks we have in the portfolio right now, what are the additions, what are the exits we have done, and what are the short notes on each one of them. Why are we buying Ajanta Pharma? Why are we buying Apollo Hospitals? Right? Atul. Things like that. You can have a very concise layer of information from a fundamental perspective, quantitative, technical, and situations. You can also look at our portfolio's performance right here, which is indicative of how the market is since June 1st, which we have been tracking here, 52% up. And you can see how the comparison is to indices, how many stocks have done well. 86% of the positions we have taken have yielded positive returns. Obviously, the market has been in a bull run here. You can also transparently see what we have bought, when we have bought, what we have sold. And this gives you a very concise way for you to follow the model portfolio that we have built here. A lot of people need hand-holding. The hand-holding is provided right here. We have something called a wizard, a very interesting way to select stocks and see what stocks are doing well. If you pick an index, Nifty 100, and you say, hey, give me a screening, there are fundamental screening and technical screening measures. Based on that, if I look at the screens, we have an AI ML model with a quant overlay. And based on that, how is this portfolio of 25 names that an individual can screen quickly and look at the performance? Obviously, even from the beginning of the year, this portfolio has done extremely well at 41% for the year, while the market is up only 10% from the beginning of the year. What are the components of that? What are the stocks in it? Anybody can pick any particular sector and run the screen here. I'm looking at 69 names and I'm just saying, hey, tell me the top names in that sector. So very easy to look at it. You can create your own portfolios here. You can analyze your portfolio returns and you can understand, what's going on in your portfolio. Given the limited time, I won't be able to go through all the details of the different portfolios in the system, but it gives you a lot of different ways to analyze and look at your valuation multiples, returns, any particular portfolio you have, how are the stocks performing, what are the ways that this stock has done from a price to earning perspective and compare historically. Very difficult to find this information outside. We have put it here. There is an optimizer, which is an efficient frontier analysis to see if your weights are optimized correctly. Once you have figured out the companies that form this portfolio, have you given equal amount of money to all of them? Should you give more weight to one than the other? And will that help your risk reward optimization? We have some advanced quantitative models here. Here I'm showing an AI ML model, which is kind of showing the relative strength of different sectors. Healthcare is definitely stronger than the financial services, stronger than energy. And within each sector, you can see which stocks are kind of better positioned than the other. Any one of these names, you click on them, you just get a very concise profile or summary information on them, and that gives you a good sense to understand what the qualitative rankings are for that name. We also have interesting insights and reports available here for you to see where to invest and how to understand. So with that, Ekta, I just wanted to conclude by saying there is some interesting 10-pager information on each of these names that we have here, just to get a sense of, the reports or a company information. Overall, I would say it's a great platform for you to learn and invest like a professional. You can create your own personalized hedge fund. There is a lot of interesting information here. We have laid out this 7-step process. So hopefully you enjoy using this and create some wealth for yourself. You don't have to pay large fees to wealth managers or mutual fund managers. You can actually do your own wealth management with tools like this. Self-service in wealth management is the next wave that's happening in fintech. With that, I will stop here, stop the sharing of my screen, and give it back to you, Ekta. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Suresh. In fact, what you're saying in terms of how you can get your own personal wealth. Yesterday, at one of the speakers actually mentioned that, for a startup, you also need to look at multiple revenue streams because you don't know what lies next. So thank you so much for your insights. We'll just take a small pause here while we wait for the next speaker. Just give us a moment.
Thank you, Ekta. Bye. I can drop off from here, right?
Yes, thanks. Hi, so we're back, and our next speaker is Divyam from School Diaries. There's so much that a school needs to manage, and Divyam is here to tell us about how they have mobile applications and branded hardware to make school management simpler and accessible as well. Divyam, we'd love to hear you speak. So, if you can just tell us in your words, because the spotlight's on you, otherwise everybody will be looking at a presentation and we won't get to know who you are. So it will be lovely to hear you speak. So please be on the spotlight. Okay.
Sure, Ekta.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for introducing me. So, hi everyone. My name is Divyam Agrawal and I'm representing School Diaries and a 2000 crore market which is welcoming us right now. So, 8 months back, none of us here thought that schools would be an indispensable expense for a parent. That changed, right? So, and a great deal of companies actually benefited from that, ranging from Byju's, Vedanta, and everybody out there. There was a lot of hood in this. But School Diaries is here to bring back a little bit of balance to the industry, and it's actually very crucial for the industry to be saved, the brick and mortar schools, and it's very easy to do that. Coming to stats, the stats by Government of India, which Times of India actually compiled, almost 50% of the private schools in India, comprising of almost 6 to 7 crore students, is untouched by technology. Untouched in the sense of they don't have any contact with their students as soon as they go out. No WhatsApp group, no mobile application to be touched with, no online fees and anything. There's none communication and sort of communication after the school students have left the school. So that was a very big reason why schools struggled after the lockdown, and this is something which we have to change in the coming times. So the biggest problem for this is the kind of technology which exists today. The technology which is presently used by big buck schools, mostly web centric and are unfriendly to use. So what changes does that bring is it is only limited for economically sound schools because of the desktop first model, as well as it requires trained staff. The solution is very simple. A company focusing on mobile first platform and few branded hardwares like the POS terminals which Paytm offers to grocery stores, something like that to schools for fees management, canteen, library management and all such things. which can help them focus more on the mobile side of the platform than the desktop side. Is very necessary. That's where we come in actually. From the first day, our USP was to become an ecosystem, a single vendor for a school for all their management needs, whether it is the software or the hardware which they require. And that is actually a solution which every small school owner is looking forward to. And the revenue model which we actually happened upon in these times was actually very vast actually. Whether it is from the software subscription, the branded hardware which we are selling right now, the commission to the payment gateway partners for the online fees and such, and then there was learning material which we are selling through our mobile application to schools. A lot of schools are trying to push our product because the kind of product available through Byju's and other are very redundant, very everywhere it is 5 years old, 6 years old, uh, where we are trying to give access to students through various YouTube channels. So these kind of changes, these kinds of tweaks, a little bit of tweak in the software, to the hardware, to the academic online academy, we're trying to bring a bigger change here and making it more accessible to the small school owner. The वो होता है ना छोटा वाला, छोटा जो घोड़ा है रेस का, उसको थोड़ा सा हम एक थोड़ी सी एक पुश दे रहे हैं थ्रू सिंपल सोल्यूशन. एक सिंगल मोबाइल पे पूरा का पूरा एक मैनेजमेंट करें, तो दैट गिव्स अ वेरी बिग पुश टू those small school owners. That's it. We have just started. There's a long way to go. And anybody who would like to know more about what we are doing here, the stats which I offer, can personally get back to me through the chat here or through my mail, divyam@clubdiaries.com. And I'd love to explain you more. Thank you for the time, Ekta.
Thank you
a
so
lot of
much.
speakers here.
Yeah, Divyam, you could actually use Event Desk for networking. You could flag yourself out as an open mic speaker. Try to reach out to others as well using that platform. A lot of attendees are already registered there. And it was very nice that the way you said, you're looking at providing a simple platform, being a single vendor, especially for small school owners who are not looking at complicated things, are going after different products. All the best for your journey. As you mentioned, you've just started. There's a long journey ahead for you. All the best for it.
Thanks a lot, Ekta. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Best of wishes to the speakers ahead. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Santosh. Santosh, let us know more about you and what you want to speak on. Over to you, Santosh.
Hi, thanks. So, good morning. I'm Santosh Uppala from Hyderabad. So, I'm co-founder of an app called Homeground. At Homeground, we provide cricket training analytics for coaches and players. So all the user has to do is upload a cricket training video or live capture a training session, and our app gives detailed analytics on bowler, batsman, delivery, and run-up analytics in real time. So this gives a coach deep insights on player performance, and also enables him or her to generate customized training plans for an individual player. Apart from this, or in addition to this, we also have great content on cricket training drills. We have expert advice from renowned cricketers, and we also have an option of one-on-one video calls with your coach. Our USP of this product is that we use only a smartphone app, and a smartphone camera to get these analytics in real time, and we do not need any form of an embedded or an external sensor or any expensive camera equipment to get these analytics done. Our competitive advantage is that we can scale globally really fast. Reason being, we are a mobile application, and getting into other geographies or regions is as easy as setting up on the app store in that region, and your app is available instantly. We also provide very flexible payment plans, so the user can subscribe or unsubscribe at any point in time. Unlike buying a physical product, going through wear and tear, and returns, private policy, shipping policies. So this is all eliminated in our solution. And at present, we have just launched our first version of the app on App Store, and we are getting into the Android version very soon. So very soon we'll have an Android app on the Play Store as well. And the bigger vision for the product we see here is that we want to become a go-to app for every coach and cricket player for their training sessions that they do on a regular daily basis. And we also want to have this platform be a great discovery platform for anyone scouting for talent. Having a strategic partnership with these organizations where you're looking for talent and you don't know their history, right? So we have everything on record. So you'll have the training history, how did they do, what are their plans, and this is all sent in a private agreement to the talent scout. So that's about what we are trying to do here. And so it's a great platform for us to have a brief on the startup we are working on. And I hope everyone at Thai Global Summit is also having a great time interacting. And for any more details, you can look at our website, homegroundapp.com, and feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to answer any of your questions. So yeah, that's about what we do. And yeah.
Thank you, Santosh. For a country where cricket is equated with religion by a lot of people, and especially we're just out of IPL and we're looking at India, Australia right now, to have a tool that says that I have my analytics in terms of how I perform on my fingertips, literally, because it's just a phone app that you mentioned. It'll be interesting to see your journey and how you do that. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
In fact, so our next speaker is Krishna Khan from Menti Education.
Yes.
Yeah, and Krishna Khan, you're into power adaptive learning for students, tutors, institutes, especially now when COVID has made everybody at home. It would be very good to hear from you. How has your journey been, especially the last couple of months? Over to you.
All right. So let me introduce myself. Hi, this is Krish, founder of Menti Education. Menti is an AI-powered adaptive learning platform where we provide customized learning to students based on their performance, their cognitive skills, and how they're good at solving problems and their profiles. Now, what we identified is that when we spoke to a lot of stakeholders in education system, what they said is the only thing they want is performance improvement for their students or kids. So parents want their kids to be good at their whatever they are learning, and teachers want a good performance, and institute get recognition because of the good performance of the students. Now, when we spoke to all of them, they always are behind the performance improvement, but no one knows how exactly the students are performing. So we brought up this thing on our platform, and we said that we will analyze students' performance, but for that we need a testing platform. So we provide a testing platform where any students can come up on the platform. Any institute can set up their institute there, and they can put up content and examination and test material over there. Any student can come and conduct the exam, do the exam, and they can respond to the exams. And based on that, we do the performance analysis of the students. Now, these analysis, based on the analysis, we do two things. One, we do the recommendation what you should do, where exactly you are lacking, and where you should do the improvement. And the second thing we do is the adaptive learning, where we use these insights and provide a customized learning content to students, how they can so for example, a student who is slightly weaker can initially solve easy problems so that it can boost the confidence of the students as well. So today, after the COVID impact, there are many institutes who want to go online and do the provide the online classes and everything. So our journey is so far wonderful. We have tied up with home tuition startups and other primary education startups, where we are actually analyzing how they are performing, and it's a wonderful journey so far. And we have around more than 3,000 students on our platform, and this is a B2B platform where we are tying up with coaching institutes, startups, and small tutors who actually can set up their environment and start analyzing students' performance. Because today students can learn anywhere. If you go to Google, you type something, you can learn that thing, or if you go on YouTube, you can watch videos. But the only problem we are seeing is they don't know how well they are performing. That is where mentees creating an impact. And we are quite new, and we are using our proprietary technology. We have built LBT, that is called learning block technology. We are going to patent it, and we are bringing this technology to analyze students' performance in a much better than anyone could. And we have like cognitive skill assessments where we can tell you like whether you are good at analytical skills or good at application part of it, which actually provides a good suggestion to tutors and institutes and even parents and students, so that they can build and create a career path together in the direction where their strength lies. And so we are very thanks for the Thai platform that they are doing this wonderful event to bring all the people at one platform. And thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much, Krishna Khan. In a day and age where we actually have information overload, for a student where they have access to information on their fingertips to actually understand, how much have they assimilated, and providing educators with the analytics of that. All the best for your journey. Hope for many successes, and the fact that you've also reached out not just to institutions but to also home tutors. That's a very interesting concept. All the best to you.
Thank you.
Our next speaker is Hardi of Empowered Minds. Hardi, you have a product. I'm not sure if I pronounce it correct. It's Bhuvargikaran,
Yes.
and you're using remote sensing and satellite images, and you are looking at targeting farmers, urban planners, environmentalists, researchers, so they can use it to figure out, the things or real life issues that they face when using remote sensing and satellite images. Let us know more about what your journey has been and where you're at. Over to you, Hardi.
Thank you, Ekta. At Empowered Minds, we strive to create innovations that redefine the world. For us, development of a country and the conservation of environment goes hand in hand. Satellite images contain invaluable information that helps our company to resolve many agricultural, environmental, and most importantly, ease administrative works in public sectors and government offices like municipal corporations. We leverage the use of satellite images in order to create state-of-art technologies like dynamic and feedback-based models, and thus revolutionary applications like illegal building detection, creating a suitable urban plan automatically with the help of a current land coverage and the desired land coverage, road highway mapping, predicting deforestation in future years of an area, then classifying crops and predicting the quantity of the crops for the farmers, and many more. Our company's first product was designed to help space agencies like ISRO to automatically classify data that is arriving from the satellite images. Satellite images send tons of images every minute, and it is impossible to manually classify them all. So we built an automatic model for those for space agencies like ISRO. The data that's arriving from the satellite images is automatically classified, and conclusions from it are inferred. For example, how much forest area is present over the region selected. Now we have high influence over a huge number of people and the ubiquitous all-round growth of future of our country. As a child, we would feel that there was something beyond the sky that was looking out for all of us. While I'm not sure about that, but we can have satellites doing same thing, revolving around us, taking care of multiple sectors in our life. This is our first step towards our mission. We have already patented for urban plan development, which basically takes an input from the urban planner as to how they want their city to have, how many forests, how many trees, how many green areas. Depending upon that, the urban plan creates a suitable city plan. It also takes into consideration the current buildings and current roads and highways, but also it tries to increase the connectivity present in that particular city area. Also, we have crop classification patented. So we are looking forward now to the notification section for natural disasters. Find more details and trial on our website and YouTube channel. You can also request a free trial by emailing us at empoweredminds.rd@gmail.com. I want to extend my gratitude to Tai for organizing this event and inviting me today and giving us this wonderful opportunity to us. A huge thank you.
Thank you so much, Hardi. It's wonderful to see where you're trying to make a difference, especially when we are looking at more and more crowded cities, and farmers are also facing challenges in terms of their markets and their produce and their lands itself. So all the best for your journey. Our next speaker, Shubha Jyoti, actually, when I read about what he was doing, actually brought a nostalgic smile to my face, because the open mic settings where we used to have our open mics pre-COVID were actually in places that he's targeting. We used to have them at establishments which are pubs. It's an interesting concept that you're having a patent pending robot that will actually serve and make cocktails for you. And you're also looking at working with pubs and F&B establishments to introduce a contactless pubbing experience. Let us know more about how it's been so far and where you're looking at headed.
So I'm Shubhajyoti representing Buzimba. So we are a company focused on designing products for all the party animals out there. So if you ever missed going to pubs with your friends during the pandemic, or if you have ever craved for a cocktail and didn't find the vermouth or biter in your local liquor shop, we can understand you. We know how difficult it is to make a cocktail at home, especially with all the exotic ingredients, mixology skills needed to prepare one. And going to a pub during this age of social distancing is not just a safe option. So why not bring the pub to your home? Just attach whatever liquor you got at your home to our own robotic bartending machine, and you immediately get to choose from a wide range of cocktails based on your mood. So our curated set of flavors, when connected to this patent pending bartending machine, that gives us the ability to prepare a cocktail from any liquor you will connect to it. So why have a beer at home? Connect your beer to this Buzimba machine and have a beer tail. Still not satisfied? You can get one of our weekend plan for a full set of party lights, party speakers, poppers, and confetti combined with our bartending machine to give you the perfect ambience for your favorite cocktail. If you're still missing pubs, even after the cocktails and the ambience, you can always go to a Buzimba enabled pub for a complete contactless experience. So what we do is we enable pubs to provide a safe experience through this robotic bartending machine, using which you can order cocktails directly from our app, and the machine picks up the order and dispenses these cocktails for you without any human interaction whatsoever. With this, you can create a complete contactless pubbing experience. Whether you are a regular Joe looking for a memorable house party with your friends, or you're a pub owner looking to resume operations after this long lockdown, or an international franchisee of nightclubs looking to shift completely to robotic operations, Buzimba and our products are always affordable because our products are very flexible subscription plans. And not just that, these plans are designed in such a way that it helps us scale infinitely once we have set up our own manufacturing and supply chain. So we at Buzimba celebrate this entire art of mixology by not only promoting the consumption of cocktails through our products, but also by providing a platform where mixologists can practice and monetize their art. Welcome to this diverse world of cocktails, where there is a mix for every tongue. With your hope in us, faith in us, and our vision, we strive to be the default standard for cocktail consumption around the world.
Thank you so much, Shubhajyoti, and all the best for getting the party experience to people who enjoy having a drink at home, and also pubbing in a safe and a hassle-free environment. Our next speaker, Jitendra, is actually a business leader who has significant experience with P&L management, strategy, business development, and he's also been involved with restructuring, development, and managing teams and growth. And he has significant experience in several industries, including automotive, industrial machinery, and off-road vehicles. Jitendra, let us know what your story is about and what would you like to share with us. Over to you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Jitendra Nath, and as Ekta was saying, that I have about 29 years of experience in automotive and industrial sales and business management. But now I am doing something very different, and that's what I want to speak to you, all of you. I am working, I quit my job to work on a startup, and I am working with a team of doctors on a primary healthcare startup. We've been working on the business plan for the past 4-5 months. We've completed the business plan, and right now we are in the proof of concept delivery stage. We started this in December this month. So the idea basically is that over the years, a lot has changed on the healthcare. And earlier, when there were family doctors and family physicians, primary physicians, now everybody goes to the hospitals and specialists, which brings a lot of pressure on the specialists and the hospitals, even when they are not needed to go there. Or the other option is that people fail to go to the doctors because it takes time, it costs money to go to a specialist, and they don't care about the health. So the team of doctors I'm working in, some of them are general physicians, some of them are specialists, and they got the basic idea that we need to have the family physician concept back into vogue, because that will save a lot of money for people, and it will also ensure good health for the people. So we want to bring that concept back. In the Western countries, the primary physician is always there, and then only they can go to the specialist. So
Jitendra, we're not able to hear you. So we're still not able to hear you.
Can you hear me now? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
So as I was mentioning that we're working using the technologies now which are available. We want, and the key service offering we have is doctors going to your home. So the patient need not come to the doctor, but the doctor goes to your home. And we want to follow a subscription model wherein the families or the individuals take a subscription for a period, which could be half a year or a year. And during that period, he gets either doctor visits at home or teleconsulting for this period. We started off focusing on senior citizens and individuals, young people who are out of their hometowns, working in bigger cities like Delhi, Gurgaon, and they need medical advice, and they really do not have time or do not wish to go to a doctor. So that is the basic idea. Pharmacy and diagnostics will also give additional revenue. That's in the business plan. But the core service is doctors visiting you at home or advising you on phone. So that's, and the company name what we have formed is called DROME, doctors at shortened from doctors at home. And as I mentioned earlier, we are in right now the proof of concept stage, which we hope to complete by February or March. And then we want to look for funding beyond that to scale up across various cities in India. So that was something I just wanted to share with the team here.
Thank you, Jitendra. From being a consultant to an entrepreneur, getting medical services and medical advice, getting doctors literally at home, at your doorstep. All the best for your journey and wishing you well. That Jitendra was the last speaker for the day. So thank you all for joining us. We will now take a short break. Do stay back to listen to the food and agri pitching sessions that are going to just continue soon after this session. We will come back in two. Thank you so much and look forward to seeing all of you. Murli, do you want to say some last words as well?
Well, thank you so much, Ekta. It's been a wonderful session. Started slow, but glad, in spite of all the delays, we got through these sessions, and really glad to hear all these, young startups, irrespective of the age of the person, but, the startups are young and ideas are bright. Look forward to hearing more on the Open Mic platform. Thank you so much for now. We'll sign in back again at about 2:30. Thank you.
Thank you.